Welcome everybody to the Monster Mile here in Delaware. We're at Dover Motor Speedway for the fifth to last race in the MRL Cup Series season. We are top turn one in the T-Man pit box. I am joined by Yummy and Coma. What do you guys think of Dover Motor Speedway? Do you think we're going to see some challenges with these drivers, or what do you guys think?
It's an interesting track. I mean, they call it the Monster Mile for a reason. I know historically on any game that I've tried to play, I struggle here, but yeah, it's an interesting one.
Yeah, I'd have to follow. It seems more like a bigger Bristol, especially with how fast you can go through the corners. I do currently believe that I hold the lap record here as it stands. So it's been interesting to learn. It's a lot faster than people think, and it does not run anything at all like the Dover in real life. So you just got to figure out the brake timing. I call it the rotation point. It's basically how much you have to slow down to rotate the car while also not going too slow where you hit the apron. So if you can find that, you're on the right track.
I kind of want to see if a theory of mine goes to plan here. They call this track the self-cleaning track because every corner, every straightaway is slightly banked. So I want to see if we have a big wreck and if all the cars just go down to the inside. That'd be kind of funny.
It's very possible. We had a little bit of a commotion happen in practice a few times, and one car ended up on top of someone else, and we were all towards the bottom. So could be very chaotic. We'll have to see how it goes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely. Those kind of crashes. I feel like that's the big fear going into this track. It was last season. We didn't see it, but I feel like we're going to see a bigger field tomorrow, or not tomorrow, tonight. And I don't know. It's worrying, but only time will tell.
Yeah. Let's recap a little bit on the week. D3, definitely an interesting race. What did you guys think about it?
Had a lot of new faces, including ones that literally signed up within minutes of the race. I'm surprised they were even allowed to race, but that shows how lenient we are in the D3 series. Really is open sign up there. You can sign up 2 seconds before the race starts, and boom, there you are racing in MRL. Definitely, I mean, Auto Club is fairly easy as long as you run the track. It's a very deceptive track because it doesn't run as you think, but to more experienced drivers who knew the line, didn't really have too much of a problem with it. We had some new faces from all over the place, including we had a Aska driver in Mew, not going to say his other name, who actually ended up winning the race due to Artura and T-Man going at it into the last turn, or at least turn 2, and Artura just washed up just a little bit because it's nearly impossible to hold the inside and got bumper luck with T-Man, and Mew just sailed it on by, got the win.
Yeah, I mean, it's Auto Club. It's got a lot of historical references, especially here in MRL. And I'm gonna be honest. First part of the race was surprisingly calm, clean, and collected, and then just went to chaos at the end.
I think I'm a little biased here on this one. After getting the win kind of just taken away there. I mean, it was a fun race. Definitely a lot of action. Everyone was together. It just it didn't end the way I wanted it to. I mean, it's supposed to be my track, but I feel like I should have won that, but oh well, whatever. It just doesn't exist. It doesn't exist in the back of my mind. Right?
Well, the calm certainly exists in the B3 stream. Having the benefit of T-Man in the booth really helped out there. Got some good radioactive material.
It's too bad we can't get that from every driver. What'd you guys think of
we're working on it.
Yeah, what'd you guys think of New Hampshire?
Ooh,
Now that
very fun, that track.
It was another unexpected upset, I've got to be honest.
Wait, upset?
Yeah.
Well, not upset, but just wasn't expecting New Hampshire to produce that level of racing.
I thought you meant the finish. I was like, kind of have like 8 wins, but yeah, it was a great track. I put in probably the day of about 120 laps of practice on top of my practice before, like during the week, because I'm getting info, I'm getting lines, track info for everybody. So I definitely put in the hours for this one. It really helped out. Casual, what a performance from him. I wanted to sweep this weekend, just prove a statement for when I lock up the championship, but I just had a abysmal turn one, and it carried through the whole corner. And then Casual, who barely even hit eights in practice, he was saying like, I don't know how you're hitting eights constantly. There's no way I'm even gonna be competitive, and just pulls a mid 29-8, and I was just like, wow, all right. So I got a race on my hands, and then on the start might have had slight match fixing, and I almost paid for it because Casual was a lot faster than I thought he'd be, because I pulled off to side to let Dan by and just have a little bit more of a run. I wanted to let the whole field by, but I don't know what happened with Jamie and Dew towards the end there. So I stayed with the front pack, and then Casual was like in 2 laps was just already gone, and I'm like, oh, this might be a natural moment. I might have messed up, but we closed the gap. And then there was a caution. I had one of my smartest moves. I can't even lie. When I saw Dew run out of fuel in turn 3, and I was like, this is going to be a caution, I know. So I waited, even before the caution came out. I had already broke and stopped, waited for the caution and pulled in. Because, let me tell you, after passing the pit lane wall so many times, I finally figured out, you know what? I'm just going to stop. If it's not a caution, oh well, the pack catches up. But because Myrtle Beach, Watkins Glen, probably somewhere else, I can't even remember. I've gotten screwed over with that so many times from having the lead that I have when cautions come out. So I just broke, pulled in, and that is what got me the win. If I didn't do that, I would have had to pit with Casual, and either Jinty or Dan would have won. But I outsmarted myself and ended up getting the win. And with that, we got the D2 championship all locked up.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I feel like we're seeing improvement from especially Casual week in, week out.
Oh
He's
yeah.
putting in a lot more effort recently, and I mean, he's got that D1 call up next season. I mean, we'll talk about that later, of course. But he's proving his worth. He's making himself known out there, and I feel like that night was a lost opportunity for him.
Yeah, I was almost expecting a more battle to the finish. It's just the fuel strategy came in the way. It was still a wonderful race, and better than I thought it was going to go. I thought it was just going to be a snooze fest where Coma takes off and everyone else is just left in the dust. But we had battles throughout the entire race, and I mean, it just ended on fuel strategy.
Yeah.
I had a great battle with Casual, but once I saw that he was pulled off in the pits, which I knew was going to happen eventually once the caution came out, I was like, all right, I'd probably just be wasting my time holding back with Dan and Jinty. So at that point, I just took my laps and brought it home. I think it was like a 9 or 10 second gap at the end, something like that.
Yeah, let's move on to the current point situation here in the Cup Series. Avento with 242 points, still in the lead spot, but Nanners and Radiant not far behind, 4 and 5 points between them. What do you guys think of that?
Well,
I mean, what can't you think about it? I mean, it's there. You know, like you said, 5 points. 5. I mean, that's a couple positions, and suddenly the whole dynamic has changed from Avento leading to, Radiant leading once again. But I mean, it's anybody's game within these top 3. I mean, hell, even Alpha and CHN still creeping on that border, keeping themselves just outside of reach.
Yeah, 23 and 25. It's close.
And I think it's worth mentioning that as much as, at least I, talk slightly poorly about how Jinty races and how some of his etiquette can be, it's worth mentioning the reason why Niners is that close is because Jinty finished 3rd at Nashville, the last D1 race. So if Jinty hadn't performed, and or if Alpha and Avento didn't have tragic pit timing, then Niners could be way further back, closer to Alpha and CH. And then Alpha, oh man, we got to bring it up one more time. I'm sorry to do it to you, buddy. But he looked like Ty Gibbs at the Coliseum, an entire half track length away from everybody. And he just wasted too much fuel trying to get the hot lap. And not only that, he just wasn't paying attention coming into the pit lane, and those red LEDs popped up on his hood because he sped in pit road, and from first to 2 laps down. That has to be the most tragic
Yeah.
story in MRL. I can't even lie.
Yeah, he's
It's definitely up there. I just feel like it's becoming a bit of a recurring issue with Alpha. He's just got to get these late race performances under control. But yeah, definitely Ginty with the super sub last weekend was crazy. I mean, obviously, maybe not fully on merit, but I mean, still takes skill to bring your car home with enough fuel to finish the race.
mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Look
Also,
at-
Alpha, as your crew chief, I don't care if you lead the whole race except for the last lap. I would rather you be dead last until the last lap. Just get the finish, man, please. I'll help you through it.
And we're now seeing that mathematical cutoff point creep into that top 10 right now, sitting with Q and Hedge, 9th and 10th. How far up is that red line going to go?
I'm expecting a big bump this weekend. I'm expecting a lot of people to see themselves, mathematically just walk out. I mean, of course, mathematically, we talk about it all the time. Technically speaking, the most amount of points you can earn in D1 on a given weekend is 26. The least amount is 0. Of course, that's how calculation goes into it all. But realistically, if you're more than 30 points back this late into a season, there's just no hope, realistic hope of, going for that run.
Just 5
And
races left.
the reason behind that isn't because like they lose their talent or they can't make it the points. It's when you're that far back, you also have to rely on the guys ahead of you not finishing well consistently. That's your only chance. Even if you do amazing, they're still going to be right there with you gaining points. So at that point, it's not really difference of skill. It's just you didn't get enough points and they're not going to slow down their consistency.
I feel like CH Fan's a good reference for that. I mean, he's had an amazing rookie year. We've got to be honest. 4 career wins so far. That is just insane.
It's
Of
over
course,
half
only
of the record.
Yeah.
only 3 of those have been points paying race, contribute towards that statistic. But I mean, 4 in your rookie season.
That's good.
Some
That's
good
good.
promise.
I think we're gonna see the record kind of blown out of proportions next season, though, with how some of the tests have been going, which we'll get into very shortly. I think we could be seeing a lot more dominance and a lot more consistent wins. So it'd be interesting to see how that goes.
Yeah, and let's talk to the drivers, see what they think about the points, and what they think about the race coming up.
Vento, we're in the second half of the season. Not a lot of room left. Things are getting close. They're getting intense. How confident are you going into Dover?
I'm super confident, especially when last race I did very well, running up into the front for most of the race. So, besides, besides me not looking so intensive into the track, I feel like I have a good shot.
Yeah, definitely a good result from you last season. Hopefully, we can recreate it. But who would you say is your biggest competitor in your hunt for a second title?
For a second title, I think the driver that has like the most potential to get away from me is Nanners, because Radiant's not been consistent all through the season, especially after the first half. But Nanners has been consistent, and I think he's gonna be the main driver to beat.
Yeah, definitely consistency is king here. Um, I mean, speaking of first and second halves of the season, how would you say your second half of the season compares to the first half of your season?
Way better than the first half, because for the first few races I was struggling to even keep the pace. But when I figured it out how to get up to the pace and actually win races, be up into the front, I just made what I am to do. Just race clean and be fast.
Yeah, definitely. Things look to be going a lot better for you. And what do you think needs to be done to ensure you get a good result here tonight at Dover?
get away from the pack, especially like Dover is a track intermediate, and since I believe it's gonna be a pack racing, everyone's gonna send each other. So I guess my plan is gonna run away with two car tandem and then get at least a second place to gain most of the points and get a further gap from second and third in the points.
It sounds like a good plan. Well, thank you as always for participating here today, and best of luck for you tonight at Dover.
Thank you.
Thank you, Evento, for the interview. Now, as Yummy said, these guys in the top three, super exciting. We talked to Nanners and Radiant to see what they could do to beat Evento. Here's what they had to say.
Well, I can't honestly speak to some of the earlier weeks, and my memory isn't that great. But these past few weeks, I've been putting in just about as much practice as I physically can. Well, of course, I would set aside time for recreational stuff like talking and hanging out with friends or developing for something that I've been working on. But other than that, it's just been practice basically nonstop.
I'd say I practice at least like a couple hours each week leading up to the race, a little bit every day, just so it feels more natural once it's time to race.
Not that well. I lost the points lead and found myself down in third even, especially after Pocono, although I'd prefer to forget that race. Um, it hasn't gone the second half of the season hasn't gone very well so far for me, but I am planning on making a rebound with the momentum from Nashville.
Definitely better than the start of the season, especially with the 2 wins being tacked on. A lot more consistency on my part, and just a lot more points. That's always nice.
Well, I'd say I'm pretty confident. Not to the point of underestimating the field. They're obviously a bunch of talented drivers, and I respect most of them. But I still feel pretty confident. I've been getting some of the faster laps during practice of all the D1 drivers, and I've been doing it consistently. So I'm confident going into Dover.
I'll say what I said at Talladega. I guess I'm not feeling too confident. Because when I said that, I won, so... I don't know. I'm kind of mixed.
That was from our drivers, and now it's time to look towards next season. Of course, we're getting towards the end of the current season. People are starting to look towards the future, of course. I mean, we talked about it earlier. Casual got a call up to D1. He'll be at LSR next season alongside Genty, who also got a call up. And of course, Nanner's continuing to drive for his team, and CH Fan seeing out the rest of his current contract at LSR. I mean, hearing that Casual was moving to LSR, I don't know about you guys, but it was a bit of a surprise.
Yeah, he's got a lot of ties with Alpha, and I assumed he was either going to go to AC. Is it AC? What is Alpha's team name? I'm not entirely sure.
I don't,
AC
yeah.
Racing.
AC Racing.
Yeah.
I was thinking he's either going to go there, or maybe even All Star Racing, get a tie-in with Radiant and drive alongside Alpha rather than just for him.
Yeah.
But I think Nanners just answered the call first, and Casual jumped at the opportunity.
Another thing is... sorry, continue.
So I actually wasn't too surprised. I was kind of expecting it, but I don't know exactly why. I think when Nanners was trying to keep it a secret, I kind of just threw everything at the wall and didn't really expect anything. I'm surprised some other drivers didn't get up there, but again, with the licensing system and stuff like that, it was a limited selection. So I think Casual going to LSR is a good fit, but I mean, yeah, with all the communications he's had with Alpha and Radiant, definitely not something I was fully expecting.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, I mean, we've got to talk about who Casual is replacing. Bemis, after 2 seasons, unfortunately, it just isn't working out for him anymore due to personal issues in his life. He's going to unfortunately have to take a step back, and of course, Casual's called up to replace him. And then Kalof got suspended early in the season. and to no surprise, he wasn't eligible to go back into D1, getting replaced by Ginty. But something interesting to note is, we'll lead on to this. We'll use this to bounce off to the other teams. Is LSR is the only team to sign drivers to multi-season contracts for the most part. I mean, we've seen it from Bobux Racing and AC Racing, but I mean, LSR seems to be consistently doing it. So it's interesting to see how his strategy for running his team plays out. And of course, speaking of other teams, T-Man, your team, pretty well managed, but a very big shakeup going to next season. All but one driver are moving away. Of course, Spongy, he's got some good promise. I'm hoping to see more from him in the coming season. He'll be staying with your team in the 29, but the other cars, got the 24, the 88, and the 38, all with brand new drivers.
Mm-hmm. Very different
like,
drivers.
Yeah, very different drivers. And I feel like the biggest story of them all is Evento. Evento coming to Team Man Motorsports to drive the 24 to replace Hedge. Hedge, unfortunately, will be retiring at the end of the season. Same thing with Bemis, just life getting in the way. Takes priority. Sad to see him go, but wish him the best of luck on his journey. And then Barry coming in to drive the 88, an iconic driver with an iconic car. I can't wait to see him in that, driving around the track.
I'm going to be excited.
Next season goes well for him. Yeah, I'm going to be excited. Then, of course, we've got to talk about Coma. Coma, you rumored to be going to All-Star Racing, and then last minute switch up to Team Man Motorsports, driving the 38. I mean, it was the Team Man Motorsports was the big showmaker for the silly season so far.
It was
for
the
sure.
big shaker. I mean, yeah, I'd basically been confirmed everything other than an actual contract to go to ASR, but last week or a couple weeks ago at Nashville, saw some things didn't really care to be a part of. So I talked to T-Man, and he had been offering since like before Daytona of the D2 season. So I knew that spot was open, and I took it and run with it. And I'm very glad with my decision. I have no regrets. I'm looking forward to working with him next season.
Yeah, and I mean, speaking of All-Star Racing, 3 drivers are currently confirmed, of course. We're talking about Hedge. Hedge was originally contracted to the 81, but he's decided to back out. Radiant and Hedge have come to an agreement to just terminate the contract. Decided to just be better off that Hedge retires. So, of course, the 81 at All-Star Racing will be left vacant for now. We'll see if it gets filled by the end of the season or by the start of next season. But, of course, Radiant not driving for Team Man Motorsports this next season. So, of course, he's got to go somewhere. He's going to his own team. He'll be driving alongside Alpha and the number 1 car. The number 1 car will be making a return after a 1-season hiatus. Great to see it back. And then Logic, continuing his run in the number 7. Hopefully he's a bit more active next season. I mean, we've seen some promising results from him. Of course, he got that shake-up win at Gateway. Stopped Alpha from maybe making some history, but needless to say, Logic pulled off a great win that weekend, and he's just got to find that victory lane again.
Yeah. I think ASR is the least shaken up team so far. I mean, Bobux Racing and AC Racing, not the strongest signings, but Team and Motorsports, literally all of the seats but one changing. So I think ASR is going to be pretty much the same. It's just that Radiant now is going to work more in depth with his team instead of just kind of being in the weird spot of he's a team owner, but he's racing for a different team.
Yeah. I mean, All-Star Racing is the current team to beat. We'll see if it continues into the next season. Only time will tell. And of course, speaking of the other 2 teams, Bobux Racing. It is disappointing, but also expected at the same time. It's a very weird team to see out on track.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. Anyways, it's a very weird team dynamic, all that. Of course, Q continuing to drive in the 56 for next season for his own team. 40 currently, left vacant. We'll see if he can find somebody to fill it in. One of 3 cars currently be filled to not be filled. We'll get into that later. And then Jay, continuing his contract, finishing it out for this season, driving the 13. We'll see how much he shows up next season, if he can maybe improve those results. I've got to be honest, not much to look out at any of the drivers in Bobux Racing, except maybe their rookie coming into next season, Zobzip, or otherwise known as Nag, driving the 25 for Bobux Racing next season. He showed some promise in D2, but has been fairly inactive. It'll be interesting to see if he can step his game up and fight with the big boys next season, but I'm not too confident with Bobux Racing going into next season.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen him in other leagues, and he's not bad, but I think he'll show that he's a rookie.
Yeah, definitely. And
I don't know. I mean,
speaking-
I've got some history with Nag. In our first league together, of a different owner. I had my own team that I managed, and we had no drivers, and it was the second race this season in Atlanta, and he just performed so much better than me and everyone else that I saw. So he was one of the first people that I've ever signed, and we were the most dominant team in the league. So as if Nag can perform and shows up and practices, he's a really good driver, and I think he'll turn a lot of heads and surprise a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll have to wait and see. But I mean, another rookie, well, not really a rookie, but a returning driver coming in next season. Little Dan will be
Dan.
making his Cup Series return next season after a 1-season hiatus, driving in D2. I mean, I think a big contributor to why he was dropped at the end of last season was his off-track attitude, and really his on-track performance wasn't too great either. There was just no real reason to just keep him on and deal with the issues that it caused. But he's cleaned both those up. He's gotten a bit faster. He's cleaned up his off-track attitude. And he's being rewarded for it. Being signed to AC Racing to drive the 37 next season. And alongside him, we have Q and Junior. Or not Q, Quacker and Junior. Finishing out their contracts in the 82 and 80 respectively. And then we have the 67th vacant at AC Racing as well. Third vacant seat. So there's not a lot of room for AC Racing to sign a big star. I mean, of course, Junior has won in the Cup Series in the past, but he's just struggled this season. And of course, Quacker just hasn't been showing up. So it's been a pretty unfortunate season for them. Hopefully they'll try to turn it around next season, though I have a bad feeling that they're going to be fighting for last in the team's championship once again.
Yeah, I mean, following up on Junior's, this has just not been his season. I mean, the end of last season, he won the last 2 races, and even throughout season 3, he was one to look out for up front. Every once in a while, almost winning a couple more races. But this season, he's really just struggled. And then moving into next season, we'll get into what that kind of looks like in a minute. But I don't know is Junior going to have a seat past season 5?
Well, that's the thing. There's been a lot of talk about him retiring after next season. He's got a D2 team right now, and it's pretty successful. Not gonna lie. I mean, both Koma and Nog are part of Junior's D2 team, and they're both getting calls up next season. So he's obviously got an eye for something. And with more talent waiting in the wings in D3, of course, I don't see that team faltering anytime soon. So I think he's just getting a bit more comfortable with the off-track stuff more than the on-track stuff. But, maybe he'll change his mind coming into next season, but we will see. And of course, speaking of next season,
Right. This is
there's
my
going to
best part.
be a very big change coming in the next season. We've been mentioning it a few times throughout the races. Turn and brakes, an entirely new type of handling car, will handle completely different. And we've started doing tests for the car. The first test was at Auto Club earlier this week. And for the most part, it was pretty good. We had some troubles, had to get them sorted out, and then worked on the cars for a couple days. Then we threw them back out on Vegas.
Vegas,
And
man.
oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
Did
What
they
a
perform.
race. That was one of the best races we've ever had in MRL history.
Yeah. I mean, next season cars, at least on the intermediates, are looking fantastic. Of course, they are still in testing. We've still got to work, some things out on some tracks or some things out on other tracks. What's going right, what's going wrong. But right now, it's looking really promising. And once again, Junior looks to have a handle on these next season cars. So do all of our current top dogs. Coma, you've been doing pretty well on these cars, but so has Nanners and Radiant. Evento as well looked to get on top of them pretty much instantly.
Yeah.
But we will see how they all handle and perform, of course. But one thing that I've got to mention, caveat, is Junior looked fast this preseason. Between the season 3 and season 4, during the preseason tests, all that, getting stuff sort of situated, Junior was one of the people that we were expecting may be an upset. Hell, I even put him as being a title contender, and then it just fell apart for him. So we'll see who is just having some early success with the new cars, everybody hasn't really found their footing yet, or if it's genuine pace. But of course, we won't know till they hit the track at Daytona next season.
And also, I'd like to interject. If you're wondering why you can't see any of the preseason testing, the races that we did, because they were streamed, it's because we are not streaming any of the testing races on the MRL channel. However, if you want a commentated version, you can go to T-Man's personal channel to watch those yourself. I highly recommend it. If you want a driver POV, you can also go to either mine or Radiant's channel. I believe Radiant streamed his POV of the Vegas race. So if you are wondering why you can't see those, that's because we're not putting it on the official channel.
Yeah, and if you're trying to steal strategies, Radiant covers his up, so you can't steal his strats.
I got all my stuff. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got everything on there. Let's go into the final bit here. Who do you guys predict is gonna win here at Dover?
I'll go last on this one.
Here,
Yeah, you go first.
yeah, I'll go first. I missed the Dover race here last season. I haven't been really paying attention a lot to practices, but I think Radiant's got a great chance to get another win. I mean, he capitalized last week. He took his time. I mean, sure, it was because Alpha maybe made a mistake, but he was up there still, battling with Alpha after a restart. I think has paced himself. He realized where he was going wrong, and now he's coming back. I think he might have a great chance to win tonight.
Well, I will never not say Mr. Alpha. I am his crew chief and his #1 fan. Regardless of how many mistakes that he makes or things that go wrong, whether it's his fault or not, I will always root him for Alpha. And he's been looking great. Practiced with him earlier today and yesterday. And I think Alpha's gonna take it finally.
Yeah, and I mean, if I'm gonna go with a bit of a long shot here, I was talking about it earlier today before we got onto the mic, but I've got a feeling that we're gonna see something special at the end of this season. I'm gonna say Nanners is gonna win Dover.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm thinking Nanners wins 3 out of the last 5 races.
Ooh.
Ooh.
The prophecy?
There's something going on. There's the prophecy.
The prophecy!
Yummy.
The prophecy is
Power,
real!
man.
There's no
He's
way!
got too much power.
There's also the fact, I talk about it all the time. racing is confidence. I know at least it is with me, and I know what it is with Nanners. When I'm confident out on track and I'm telling myself, I'm going to win this race, I can win this race, I can do it, I go out and do it. Nanners is a lot of the same way. And, there's other leagues besides just MRL, of course, and he's finding success in there too. We've got to talk about our affiliated league, AIRL, Alpha's League. He's currently fighting for a title there too, and he's currently leading it. Now, we're going to come into this race tonight. Nanners won the test race at Vegas. He's doing super well in Alpha's League. I think his confidence right now is at a sky high. I think right now the sky's the limit for him, and I feel like a win tonight is just going to solidify that and just carry him through the rest of the season.
We will
And of course,
see.
with raw pace, we've got to talk about CH-Fan. He's definitely, throughout this week of practice, has most definitely had the D1 drivers looked the fastest. That's kind of a reoccurring theme with him. Anytime there's practice, sometimes even qualifying, CH is always one of the front runners, no matter what track it is, short track, intermediate, super speedway, he's always there. But he just can't quite, he's up there at the front, but he's just not at the front. I mean, you put it the best. He's at the rear of the front. So we'll have to see.
Like, he's fast in practice. He's always up there. He's zooming around the track, and then we get to the race, and something happens.
Yep.
I don't know. It's always during practice he seems to be the man to beat, guy that everybody's going to be chasing down to try to win, to get their win, taking it away from him. And it always seems to be the other way around. I mean, of course, he's had those great races. I mean, take a look at Bristol, right? He won that race. Of course, Alpha was chasing him the entire time. Unfortunately, just couldn't make it done. He got a crazy photo finish at the All-Star race, and then he also won
Rockingham as
Chicago.
well.
Yeah, and Rockingham, another dominant performance. I was at the first part of the season. Now everybody's starting to get their footing in. CH-Fan hasn't really moved on from where he started the season. I mean, we've got to give credit, though. Where he started in the season was pretty well. So, of course, he's still got that footing. But I don't feel like he's made a step forward. And I think that's what his issue is right now, that he just has to get knocked down.
Yeah, there's got to be some work to be done, whether it be good or bad. He's got to get a wake-up call.
Definitely. And maybe we'll see it in the coming races. But, of course, I don't know about you, but I think that's it.
I think, yeah. Alrighty, 5 races left in the season. Stay tuned for qualifying coming up next at Dover. loose. I could see it.
Oh,
He's slipping and.
It at the back. 6 to go. Or nope, 7 to go.
Nanners dives it in
Radiant
deep, gets
Ginty
into
now
the
looking
apron.
in.
Yeah, he got it into the apron there.
Pinto with that high line run. It's gonna have it
Oh!
out of 2. Great run with it for Vento. But he's really using up those tires. Nanner's going down low to block.
Oh, he got a bump from Radiant back into the apron. Radiant's going to drop back and bring Como with him. Genty on that outside gets into the wall.
But Nanners keeps it to the inside. Holds the lead coming to 6 to go.
Vento with the fresher rubber is making it work, but he's still not keeping up with him. Oh, Nanners maybe a little slow into turn 1. Genty right on his bumper.
Goma and
Moving
trying
him.
to get in there too.
Ooh. I thought Genty was going to...
get it in there.
No, I thought he was going to turn himself.
2 by 2. Coming into 3.
Radiant to the inside. Genty comes down on Radiant. He goes around. He saves it. And he gets into Siege-Fan. Siege-Fan will not save it. Caution is out. Oh my goodness.
No, that's fucking racing.
That is.
Holy.
Oh my goodness.
Stop on the slow down on the back. Wait for the pace car. Wait for
Don't
the pace
slam it.
car.
Don't slam
Radiant
me. He
drifting.
wasn't like that.
What a battle. Oh, Genty's gonna wreck on the back straightaway.
Dugard spinning. Radiant
That
Entity.
was one hell of a car. That was one hell of a fight.
And Dan didn't wreck.
I'm surprised.
He kept it together.
If you're gonna pit this time.
Dan, before you pit, what is your tires, what's your lowest tires percent at? I'm curious.
Oh, Avento's struggling now. Everyone looks like they're going to be coming in. They saw the advantages of fresh rubber. Radiant
Except
stays
Radiant.
out.
Radiant's gonna take the gamble.
I mean, it is Las Vegas, isn't it?
2%.
Go big or go home. Radiant's putting all his chips on black. The odds will be stacked against them. Everybody else will be on that fresh rubber.
Looks like Avento maybe with the short pit. He's coming down pit road just as everyone else left.
It may be a green-white checkered.
Oh, we saw how well that went. Avento gets past everybody. Everyone else comes out about the same time. And Nanners will beat everyone off of pit road. Coma second. Everyone else is pretty much single file from that. I know I said it again.
CH fan broke his speed. CH fan go back through the pits. Just back up and go through the front of pits.
Yep.
It's because he hit the box twice. User error.
I tell you, that was racing. What a battle. Let's take a look at this again. Oh my.
Wait a minute, I think this will be a green-white checker.
It will be. Nanners on the inside of Vento there. Genty third truck. Coma there fourth. Radiant fifth. And, I mean, it's not hard to see. Radiant went low. Genty kind of looked like he got loose there. And then got into Radiant. Genty saves it, but he just tags CH Fan, who won't save it. We almost stayed green, but just tagged CH Fan now. CH Fan.
Genty just
Gotta get caught back up. You're gonna fix his laps, right?
CH.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't want to wait.
He's starting from the back.
I don't want to wait a whole lap, because he's a lap down now. Well, we are in Vegas, and Radiant's making a pretty big gamble. We know Avento here in second, who's got to catch back up. He's great on fresh rubber. Nanners has been a threat all night. He's been up front, battling with fourth place Coma. These two have been the battle all night.
The sun's
The
starting
sun
to set.
sets here at
Yep,
Vegas.
and the
It'll
sun
be a
is setting.
White checker to decide the race.
Genty as
Watch
well.
us somehow hit nighttime.
Oh, don't hide it. No. We don't do that. Ooh.
There are no track lights, so it'd be a very difficult race for the drivers.
A green-white checkered. Let's see if this is the one that will finish us off. Radiant to the restart zone. Green flag.
Let's go!
Radiant asleep at the wheel. Bad start. Great start from Avento, though. Avento looking to the
Dan,
outside,
coming to
not enough of a
third.
run.
I don't
Dan's in
know.
third.
Dan to
Second
the
now.
inside. Maybe making a run.
Nice!
Radiant
I think-
keeping it down on the bottom.
You know, Radiant, this might have been a great start for Radiant. Oh, Coma and Genty get collected. Coma's around. And we will not finish the race this time. Radiant with a good lead here, but Dan on a run on the outside. Not quite going to get there.
Well then.
Oh, and there goes Radiant again.
Stop on the back stretch. Brake going into 1 and 2 so you don't slam into me.
Genty, that means you.
Avento and Dan are out of pit options.
Yeah.
Let's see what happened there.
So is Genty.
We almost had it.
Bonk.
Let's take a look here on the stream as well.
I think my
Coma,
prediction may
Genty
come
in the
true.
back.
If these guys keep up,
Oh,
my
Genty
prediction
tagged
might come true.
Coma. Just got to his quarter panel and that just sent him around. That is unfortunate. Lots of avoidable wrecks. This is another one.
Alright, let's go pacing. Avento, Dan, and Genty are not allowed to pit again.
What happens if they do?
Drive
They will
through.
get a drive-through.
I don't think they'll want to risk that. Make sure you fix the left yummy
oh.
And
before
you also are not allowed to pit on drive-throughs anymore.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
No one's paying.
Nope. Radiant stays out. Yep, everyone
Wait.
stays out.
Pits are closed.
Radiant really gambling tonight.
Yummy, the laps, fix it.
I'll fix it, don't mind.
Another overtime attempt will be made. And let's take a look at our top 5 Radiant gambling on those tires. He had a good restart. I think holding everyone back like that made it so Avento had to give all of that energy to Radiant, and that pushed him up front. Dan, you know, he's up front, I'll say that. Nanners has been dominant all day. Avento, we seen him on fresh rubber. He's able to be at the front. And then you got CH Fan, who we've seen kind of mid-pack.
It's starting to get darker.
Yeah, as the sun sets.
Not much daylight left.
If we somehow get this into a night race, you guys have seriously fucked up.
Yummy didn't reset the server, so that contributed a little bit. Did you know that this would happen?
That's what contributed to it. We probably would have been fine had I reset the server, but oh well. Alright. Going green this time.
Let's see if we can do it this time.
Everyone needs to get home so they can eat fucking dinner. Otherwise they won't have dinner.
Yep.
Right?
To the restart zone.
Goes off, followed by, is that Ginty? No, that's Dan. Dan's on second. Wow.
Yep.
Green flag.
Off we go.
For the first overtime attempt here at Vegas, Ginty with a great run.
Oh my
Wait,
goodness,
what?
what a run.
Fuck up.
Rating up the block Dan into turn 1. Touches the apron. Is he gonna go around?
No.
Nanners. Oh, that's Ginty with the touching. Saves it.
Dan in
Green
first.
keeps it together. Dan to the inside, to the lead of the race.
Half-
Ginty behind him.
Half the track to go. Ginty giving
into
Dan the
green.
bumper. Radiant here in the
Radiant
middle.
moving him out of the
Drifting.
way.
Oh, can he save it? He
He
does.
keeps it together, but Nanners to the inside. Ginty up front, coming to the white flag.
This race is finalized.
Nanners to the inside. Radiant with the bumper into 1. Nanners heavy on the brakes. That lets everyone through. Radiant
Dan goes to
sideways again. Avento getting in the coma. Radiant holds on. Nanners and Ginty side by side. Gint- ooh, Radiant.
Nanners looking for the block.
Down the block. He's slow.
He keeps it together. CH Fan looking
CH
to
Fan
the
with the
inside.
bump.
Ginty with the run on the
Into the
outside.
wall.
It's gonna be a drag race to the line.
Side by side to the line. Nanners with the advantage to the line. Nanners is gonna win at Las Vegas. And they're gonna wreck across the line. Or after they get past the line. What a race at the finish.
Holy shit. That was electric. I've never even seen such a thing.
Oh my goodness. What a race. And
What
I
a
had
finish.
such low hopes.
Let's go.
A perfect blend of everything we love about motorsports. Nanners crosses the line, wins the race here at Vegas. Nanners, go do your burnouts.
Take me to victory lane.
Welcome to Dover, everybody. Sorry for that short delay. Just had a couple of drivers that weren't quite ready to make it. So, we're ready now. And we're going to start qualifying here in just a second. As Danner's on track. So, as we get everything ready, Yummy will be here in just a moment. We just get everything ready for the race.
Started Nooner's lap. Hedge go.
Nanners right now sitting in a pretty good spot in the points, 4 points behind Avento, as we said. As he goes through turns 3 and 4. We'll see what his time is. Pole, but a 27.763. Edge now starts his lap.
Junior go.
You forgot to put Hedge's scheme in. How could you, Yummy?
Pretty easily.
Yeah. Hedge comes around turn 4.
That is his time.
27.883. It'll be slower.
Junior coming around to start his time. Casual go. 2 substitutes tonight.
Yeah.
Ginty, spun your car, get in line.
Unfortunately, Alpha not able to make it. Casual will be subbing. Junior out of turn 4. Let's see where he gets. Pole. 733. Casual now.
Starting his
Yep.
time. Radiant go.
Casual during practice was very fast here, so good to see that Alpha at least has a good replacement. Out of turn 4, Casual will put himself on pole. 2 tenths faster than Junior.
Radiant starting his time.
Wow, that's a lot faster.
Stage fan go.
Oh my goodness. 2 whole tenths. Radiant sitting in 3rd. 5 points behind Avento. Turn 4. 2nd place. 5, 6, 7.
Evento go. Barry, Ginty, spawn your cars in.
CH Vance sitting 5th in points, needs basically the rest of his races to go perfectly.
That is CH Van's race over. Or not race, qualifying over.
That's his race over. 3rd place.
I'd be concerned if that was his race over. Barry go.
5-8-3. Seems like there's 2 different categories, a 27.5 and a 27.7 and 8.
Yeah. What it looks like. That is Evento's lap.
Takes pole.
Barry
27.51.
starting his lap. Ginty go.
Dinty will be subbing for Q tonight. We know Barry's had a lot of practice. Let's see where it puts him. 27.6 flat. Right in the middle.
Jinty starting his lap.
Man, I didn't think... do you know where Q is?
Q will not be able to show up tonight, so Jinty subbing for him.
Huh.
I don't know where he's at, but unable to make it.
That's unfortunate. Well, we saw how much Jinty made a difference with Nanners. He gets a
Can't put down the lap time.
27.6.
That is quali over.
Vento takes pole. Casual almost had it. We'll be right back. Welcome everybody back to Dover as we get ready for the last race of the season. Get all the drivers lined up here. Let's go over the qualifying here. Avento breaking another record. You got pole. I think that's his 11th one. Casual subbing for Alpha. Radiant there in third. Then you got CH Fan, Barry, and Jinty subbing out for Q. Junior Smith, Nanners surprisingly near the back, and Hedge with the drive-through and a grid drop, still qualified last. To see, and what we will see what happens. Let's take a look at the race info. 150 laps, fuel windows around 100, maybe 95, could even be 70. You don't really know. And pit road speed is the same as it always is. 100 studs per second. If it's at 100, you're going too fast. As we get ready to go green.
We'll be going green.
Vento will lead him off. Green flag.
Green flag.
Car's kind of getting jumpy there at the back. Radiant and Casual getting bumper locked. This is not the start a lot of people wanted. As Vento pulls away, Radiant will line up in 4, 3 wide behind him. Vinci dropping back. Edge pulling in for his drive-through. And Avento will lead lap 1. Again, Avento leading the championship standings. CH Fan in 5th. Radiant getting past Casual there on the inside. We've seen multi-groove racing and how it could be effective here, at least during practice. So Casual's going to stay right with Radiant on the inside. CH Fan looking in on Avento. Right to his bumper in 2. So Radiant gets past Casual as well. Another bump there to the 97. Barry making his way through the field. Now he's getting past Casual. Nanner's up top helping Casual out. Now goes down to the bottom to help Barry out. Ooh, Avento left that bottom open. CH Fan nearly able to capitalize on it. Just couldn't quite get it done. See what he does here in 3 and 4. Goes down to the low lane, but just can't quite get it done. Nanners and Barry battling. Barry got into the wall. Nanners will get clear, both of them. Casual. Still looking. Ooh, Barry just going wide. Junior Smith starting to catch up.
Barry, let's not use that wall.
Slow and steady Radiant catching up to these front two. And you got a gap. And you got Nanners, Casual, Barry, Junior, and Jinty. Radiant looking low. It's going to go up the racetrack a little bit here. Everyone really pretty much goes single file here for the first 5. CH Fan with a run. Just kind of gives the bumper to Avento. Radiant down low. CH Fan trying to work that outside lane. Drops back behind Avento. Avento goes high. CH Fan with the inside. He's going to take the lead. See if Avento can maybe try to make the outside lane work. Kind of gets a bump here from Radiant. Radiant's going to fill in the inside, though. Avento might drop back to 3rd here. Radiant going to clear Avento for 2nd. Avento to the bumper of the 38. Now he's to the bottom of CH Fan, or to the inside of CH Fan. Getting help from Evento Radiant, now your leader. Ooh, all the way down to the apron they go. This is going to be an interesting entry into 1 and 2. Evento's going to make it work, though. CH Fan down to help Evento a little bit. They'll be side by side. Radiant getting a push here now. A little bit more of a push here from CH Fan to Evento. Radiant diving low here into 1. Vento down the block. Now Nanners and Casual starting to catch up to these front 3 as they've been battling. Ooh, Nanners into the wall a little bit there. Out of 2. As Radiant dives to the inside. Here comes CH Fan with the bump. Will they go 3 wide? No. Door gets shut on CH Fan. Radiant holds on to the lead. Now Evento all the way down to the apron again. Let's try to make it work. Gets a bump from CH Fan. Here comes Nanners on the inside. 3 wide here for second. Radiant dropping back. It's 2 LSR cars now neck and neck for 1 and 2. Radiant dropping back to 4th. Casual looking in from 5th. And there's a little bit better of a run on the inside. Takes second away from CH Fan. As Evento continues the lead. CH Fan dropping right behind Nanners. CH Fan giving Nanners a bump here through 3 and 4. Trying to get him caught up to Evento. We know Evento's strategy here is to try to get away from the field. When you got a 2-car tandem with Nanners and CH Fan here, it's kind of hard to pull away from him, but Evento keeping his distance. Oh, Nanners with a dive. Couldn't make it stick. It's going to get pushed out of the way by CH Fan. They'll be side by side out of 4. Casual dropping back now with Jinty Jr. and himself. Barry is going to sit in 5th. Radiant to the inside. Takes away 3rd. Might take away 2nd here. Nanners with a big bump. They'll be side by side out of 2. Ooh, Jinty was on the apron. Gives Casual a little bit of a bump. Nanners really shoving that 38 through. Radiant to 2nd. Radiant now giving Evento a run for his money here up front. He's got the inside. Please do give me a moment here. I've gotten invaded by dogs. Alright, Nanners to the inside now, challenging the lead. Makes a dive. Radiant making that outside lane work, though. Still neck and neck through 3 and 4. CH Fan with a big bump to Nanners, and then to Radiant. Still side by side. Still keeping it together. Evento dropping back to 5th as Barry now with this main pack. Let's take a look. I mean, we got 2 different packs here. Radiant diving to the bottom. Even CH Fan tried to give Nanners a little bit of a bump there. Here comes Barry on the inside. 2 by 2 up front. Oh, Nanners going a little wide. 3 wide for 3rd. Barry coming through the middle. 3 wide here for 2nd. Avento's going to make the inside work. He's now to the lead. CH Fan in third. Barry trying to make his way through. Ooh, got to the quarter panel of the 90. He's going to lose a bunch of time. He'll file behind Nanners. Now Radiant looking to the inside. Couldn't quite get a run. Gives Avento a big bump into 1 and 2. So we got 2 distinct packs here. Junior, Casual, and Ginty in the back, and everyone else up front. All on a freight train right now up front. Radiant diving to the inside. Avento left it wide open. Here comes Stagefan with a run. Gives Radiant a big bump through the corner. Still kind of looking on that inside. Radiant down the block in time. Ooh, Nanner's going a little bit wide. Nanners and Barry will be side by side for fourth. Excuse me. CH to the outside. Nanners with a big bump to Avento. 3 wide for second once again. Nanners with the preferred lane. Avento making that middle lane stick. CH backs out. It's going to get caught on Avento. They're going to go up the racetrack. Barry will take third. Gets caught on Avento. CH now diving to the inside. They'll be side by side for third with Barry. And they'll get single file. Barry lands in fourth. Now Nanners slowly approaching on that 38. Kind of got into the apron there. Stays right behind Radiant. Now looking to the inside. Out of 4. CHN is going to try to follow with them. Nanners has got the advantage. Radiant up the racetrack. Drop back to third. Nanners will be your leader. CHN kind of holding him to his outside. Oh, CH Fan kind of got Radiant down there. He'll drop back to fourth, fighting with Barry on the outside. Two by two from second on back. Now 3 wide, Barry on the inside. Couldn't make it work. Drops back. Radiant with a big push, trying to get Avento out of the way. He will get him to the outside. Radiant to second. Anders holding on to that lead as Radiant and CH Fan kind of working together there. Avento on that outside, trying to make it work. Oh, Radiant going up the racetrack. CH Fan's there. Now maybe 3 wide now for second. Avento in the middle. Oh, but Radiant making that outside lane work. Might just clear CH Fan and Avento out of 2, and he will, but CH Fan got that last second burst of momentum there out of 2. It's going to stay on the inside. Avento giving CH Fan a little bit of a bump here out of 4. These front 5 are really racing. Up the racetrack goes Barry and Avento. CH Fan clears Radiant for second. Avento to the inside. It's going to be battling with Radiant. Ooh, Nanners and CH Fan up the racetrack there. Nanners down low. CH Fan leaving a lot of the bottom open. Avento's going to maybe get through. Nanners here. Nope, can't quite get that far. Nanners down the block. Avento trying to move him out of the way. To his quarter panel, Nanners coming down. Nearly gets him to nearly wrecks each other.
That was close.
I was surprised Nanners didn't go spinning around there. But we keep it we keep it together. We stay
They're
green.
keeping it to themselves today. Keep it
Yeah.
that way. This isn't an invitation for you to change that.
Radiant.
So don't worry, I have been noting what has been happening.
Radiant tried to put his nose in. Couldn't make it work. Vento to the inside. Nanner's now stuck on that outside. Kind of shoves a Vento down there. Try to mess up his line. Nanner's tried to come down, but Radiant filled in the spot. Oh, Nanner's coming down on Radiant again.
Nanners, let's be a bit more careful, please.
Oh, and then he gets a shot there from the back. Oh, almost does it again. It's going to be up on that high side. 3 wide for the lead. Vento on the inside. Radiant in the middle. Nanners pulls off. CH Fan gives a bump to the 97. Nanners bump to the 90. Back to 3 wide. CH Fan on the inside. Radiant drops back behind a Vento. Gives him a big push here in the 3. Almost worked, but CH Fan with the preferred lane. Got that run. Side by side. And these front 4 and 5 have been just racing hard, haven't they, Yummy?
Yeah, they have.
Not a single car's been able to lead up front.
Dover put on a good show last season. It's looking like it's gonna do it again.
Yeah, it's too bad I missed it last season, because the way it's looking like, this is good race. CH Fan with the lead. Nanners and Vento battling for second. Radiant to the inside of Vento. Tries to take third away, and he will. Vento dropping back to where Barry is. And they're all back to single file. Radiant to the inside of Nanners. Vento gonna help him out a little bit there. Battle for second. Vento kind of moving Radiant out of the way. Gives him a bump there in the middle of the corner. Gonna send him up high. Vento trying to work the inside there, but got a big freight train on that high side. It's actually gonna work out for him. Side by side, battling for second. CH Fan's starting to pull away a little bit. Nanners dropping behind everybody on that inside line. Radiant looking like he might do the same. Buried to third. Nanners big bump to the 17. Moves him out of the way. Nanners will take third. Vento slowly catching up to the 90 now, as he's been allowed to just go on his own. We'll see how long it takes Vento to catch up, or if he can catch up. Main battle for third here. Yeah, just kind of pulling away now as everyone kind of gets strung out. Not even 40 laps in, we've seen lots of battles for the lead, battles for second, battles for third. Everyone might just need a moment of calmness here.
Chance to recuperate,
Right?
to reorganize.
Vento now caught up to CH Fan.
Maybe to think about the long-term plan for the race.
Doesn't look like it. Kind of just bumped him out of the way there. Vento, they'll be side by side now. Radiant to the inside of Nanners. Ooh, Vento leaving a lot of bottom open, loses some time. Radiant and Nanners side by side now. Vento kind of giving a push to the CH Fan here in the 1. Oh my goodness. Big bump from Barry to Nanners. And all the way to Radiant. So now this front 5 starts to get closer and closer together. Uh-oh, what happened with my second computer? It looks like it may have slightly died, but we're good. 40 laps complete. Vento and CH fans sticking together. I mean, we did hear during Vento's interview that two-car tandems, I mean, have been the thing this season. And maybe they're trying to work something like that out right now to get away from Radiant, Nanners, and Barry.
Does it help that Nanners and Radiant are just fighting it out?
No. It's always right when you say something, they change their mind. And then they forget how to do that. 3 wide here for third. Barry on the inside. I tell you, they've lost a ton of time to the front two now. Barry takes third. Nanners kind of gives them a bump. Now they're back to single file. Oh, Barry getting moved out of the way by Nanners. Radiant's gonna push him through.
Nanners well out of draft range from Evento and CH.
Oh yeah, about a second of a difference. I don't know. It likes to put Evento with those guys in the back. About a second of a difference between the front two and the third place, the fifth.
Next 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're still battling it out. Take a look at these back 3 here. Junior Smith leading the group, Casual sitting in the middle, Ginty there in the back.
Big mistake from Barry.
Oh.
He's now.
Oh yeah, he's gone now. What? Maybe this gives a chance for Radiant and Nanners to work together. Oh, but Radiant making a mistake. Nanners just gonna pass him on the apron. Or not on the apron, on the inside. Oh, something happened with Junior Smith. He's going down pit road.
Yep. Caution. We're racing back.
What happened? Casual and Ginty are very much apart.
Don't know.
Well, CHN will win the race back. Vento tried to take it from him.
Do not registers junior lag? Junior's lag? Yeah. Stop on the back.
I guess it didn't. What? That's weird.
Okay, let me figure out what lap Junior's on real quick.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened to them.
Who's Hedge? What part of stop on the backstretch did you not understand? Can I
Oops.
figure out?
Oh, that's why. Okay. We're good. Well, this gives a chance for everyone to calm down and get regrouped.
I
Hedge
want
will
to say
be.
Junior's on the lead lap.
I thought he was. He did pit though. So.
Alright, let's go pacing. Junior and Hedge go around once more. You're gonna pit this time. Don't pass the pace car, people.
They all get bunched up heading into pit road. Oh my goodness, nearly 3 wide through there. He gets ran with the first pit stall. Everyone else coming through. CHN's out of his pit stall.
Edge coming in.
Barry right behind. That was close. Oh.
What happened there for that caution?
I have no idea. So let's see. Jinty said, Junior went down, forced me on the apron, and they wrecked Junior. Entered pits before yellow came out though. Oh, we wrecked, and then Junior entered pits before call. Okay. Weird.
Wrote it down, but I didn't see anything. Junior, just be more mindful. Be going green this time. Why is Genty just stopped?
Oh. Yeah, I'm surprised Radiant beat Barry off of pit road. He got the draft, kind of went to his inside and passed him.
Alright, going green. Green flag.
Junior will lead him off. CH Fan right behind him. Vento and Nanners staying there in fourth. And, ooh, Hedge and Casual were getting together there on the back straightaway. CH Fan to the inside, trying to get... So Junior's bumper, he does. Takes the inside away. Like everyone else might try to pass. Oh, Nanners look to the inside of Avento. Avento looking to the inside of CH Fan. Nanners kind of holding everyone back there.
Junior's just getting trained.
Yeah, well, lost the inside, and that's the preferred lane. You can battle there. Ooh, man. Things getting tight. Barry with the mistake. He drops back.
Oh, casual.
Ooh.
If you're lagging that bad, then you might need to park it. If it gets any worse, then you cause a caution. It's probably best you park it. That looked bad. Nearly killed somebody.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, he is struggling back there. Vento pushing CH Fan. Radiant tried to make something work there.
But
Just
ended
fell
up just
back.
making a mistake.
Yeah. Nanners will take the inside. Junior looks like he'll be with Nanners on the inside. Gives him a big bump here in 3 and 4. Nanners holds on the third. Nanners going through to second now. It's going to be with his teammate CH Fan.
Third of the way through the race.
Jinty diving, get past Radiant. Put himself in 6th.
Casual pulling it into the pits. I don't think that lag's getting much better.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
doing
done
nothing.
for the night. Well, that's I mean, not
And
much.
sometimes it's better to DNF out of lag than wreck the field.
And that's
Unfortunate for Alpha.
That is devastating for Alpha. His championship is as good as over now. I mean, you can't miss a race this late into the season, especially in the position where he's at. That's whoa, Radiant flipping.
What in the world?
What?
This is our race back. What even happened?
He flipped. Oh
Stop him
my.
back.
Whew. That was just all of a sudden. Oh, I see what happened. Car shouldn't do that, but I see what happened.
I'm looking.
Let's take a look. Genty and Radiant in the back. Looks like, yeah, Genty just
That was.
Genty just came down on Radiant. That caused them a flip. Technically, a car shouldn't do that, but still flipped him.
Yeah, I don't know. It fucking flipped the damn car.
Physics did not
Alright,
like
Coma,
Radiant.
are you here? Earth Coma. Okay. Black flag for the 56. Grid drop, reckless driving.
Not surprised.
Not gonna make it worse because I don't feel like that should have been a flip. I think that's some weird physics. Let's go pacing. We're in a pit this time.
Alpha is
Actually, I'm gonna
crying.
make that an excessive shoving drive-through. Or good drop. Not drive-through. Good drop. Still good drop.
Looks like Genty will be the only one to go down pit lane. Oh, and Avento. What? How did he... Whatever.
Evento, do not pass base car when entering pits.
Alpha is not happy, by the way. He's crying.
I don't blame him.
Ooh. He made a mistake there getting into his pit stall. Gets there in the end, doesn't cause any issue. It's a late exit.
People. Hedge. Give people space.
It is...
CH fan is not in control of how fast he's going at the moment. Or in that moment, I should say.
It's an interesting racetrack, I'll say that.
Alright, going green.
Here we go to the restart
And
zone.
green flag.
It's good for a couple of these drivers. They're getting stuck there in the back of the pack. Ooh, Barry's gonna go up on that high side. As CHFN and Manners seem to pull away. Junior Smith defending here, gets moved out of the way by Radiant and Barry. They go four wide. Whew, that was close.
Junior backs out to make it 3.
And they're still all getting caught together, losing a ton of time. Here comes Genty on the inside. Nanners maybe helping CHN go pull away, but we'll see. Radiant's got draft.
You know, I know this is so out of left field, but I think the issue why we have so much issues with like wheel hopping and like maybe the flipping is because just how high the torque on these cars is.
You think?
I think it might be. Because I think that's why we're not seeing it with the new cars that we're in the process of testing, is because the torque's a lot lower.
Radiant got up to Nanners there. Back of this field. Oh, it disconnects. Okay. Oops. Thought that would happen. Just give me a moment.
What's wrong? Chamber?
My thing disconnected. Alright, we're back. Radiant catching up to those guys up front. Oh, let's try this. Haha! There we go. Nanners and Radiant trying to get up the CH fan. Maybe Radiant's trying to get past Nanners here. They're all caught up together though. And the front three kind of making a pack.
Vento can't seem to get away from the back group.
No. Got Genty to help him out right now.
Oh, Barry.
They'll go 3 wide. They're in the back for a little bit. Nanners taking the lead on the inside. They'll go out single file. Kind of giving a chance for Avento and Genty to catch up. And the back gets single filed out. Radiant and Avento now to kind of getting together. Avento to the inside. Oh, that's Barry. Might try taking away, taking third away, I should say. Here in just a couple of laps. CH Fan also kind of stuck in that outside lane. He's able to get back down. Everyone's pretty single file here down the back straightaway. Junior, Hedge, and Barry fighting. Ooh, Barry hard into the wall though.
Junior, let's be a bit more careful.
Barry
Barry's
into the
speeds in the pit
pits. That's.
Think he's lagging.
I don't think he was in control of his car.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
No penalty, but
Not penalty for that. That was.
he is
not
gonna
within
go.
control.
He is gonna go a lap down though.
Yeah.
Vento gonna take the lead away here in 1 and 2. Any penalty for Junior other than just a finger wag?
I mean, next incident from him is a penalty.
There you go. It's a Stern talking to. 3 wide up front now for the lead.
And he's not the one
Junior's-
that caused Barry to lag into the wall and into pits.
That's
so
true.
Kind of just pointed him in the right direction.
Vento getting caught up on that outside lane. He will be dropping back. Like Genty maybe trying to help him. CHVN dives to the inside. Nanners is leaving it wide open. CHVN just didn't have enough of a run. Oh, Avento into the wall.
Vento just trying to use the wall.
Okay, we're good. And championship implications. So it's just disappointing that Alpha is 100% just going to be out of it tonight. Mathematically, he might still be in it, but it's getting closed up after tonight. I can say that.
Junior and Hedge, stay out of the wall.
And then it's these front 3 right now. Nanners 4 points behind, Radiant 5, and Avento there leading the point standings, and they're the front 3 of the race. Avento with the bump to Radiant. Almost took his inside.
Oh, Nanners.
Avento's gonna run with that. He got the inside.
Nanners, let's be careful. Next incident's penalty.
Everyone getting stacked up here in the one. They're gonna go 3 wide. Radiant got an extra little bump there though. Now they go 3 wide. Now Radiant just got a better run on the outside. Vento drops back behind him. Oh, that time Radiant into the wall. Nanner's almost got into him. 3 wide for second. Sage fan on that inside. Radiant drops back. Vento with the outside. Keeps it there. And then they go back to single file out of 4. Radiant's looking maybe to the inside. Looks down there. Not able to work on it though. Vento gonna take second. Oh, Nanner's just going wide. CH Fan gets into his quarter panel. Hey, where'd Junior go?
I thought somebody disappeared off my list.
Well, looks like Junior also DNFing from the race tonight.
What was it?
What was
76.
it? No clue.
Mark it down as 76. I'll bring you to your car, Junior.
Nanner's getting bumped out of the way. Keeps it together.
Oh, did Junior disconnect?
Junior having issues tonight.
There, Junior. Go, go, go.
Junior will be about 3 or so laps down.
And you have bad luck for both Barry and
Oh.
Junior. What happened there?
What happened? Oh yeah, Barry and Junior. Coming up close to lap 80.
Oh, that's what happened. Yep. Halfway through the race.
Mm-hmm. So far, it's really been a battle up front. Vento and CHN were able to pull away, and Radiant Nanners kind of struggled, especially with Barry there. Yeah, I mean, 3-car tandems don't really work. Everyone single file through 1 and 2. Oh, Vento comes down on
Vento.
Radiant.
Let's not do that.
Radiant has to lose a ton of time.
The next incident like that event doing, it's a penalty.
Everyone keeping it somewhat single file. Genty moving CH Fan out of the way. Imagine if this is how Q gets his first win.
Through Genty,
Yeah.
won't even count as Qs. He's not in stats.
There's coming down on a Vento. And Vento bumps CH Fan out of the way, and they're all going to lose a bunch of time.
No, stop shoving.
Genty to the inside. It's a bump from Radiant, trying to take third away. Three wide now for third. CH Fan running that outside. Starting to notice some lag.
I'm only seeing it when I'm spectating Genty.
I noticed it with a couple of drivers. Not every driver though. That's my screen. I'm watching. I'm right now spectating Radiant, and Genty is definitely lagging on my end. Well, it looks like Avento and Nanner's able to kind of pull away. Oh, never mind. Nanner's to the inside. Taking the lead away, and that's going to lose them both a bunch of time. Everyone caught back up. They almost could have pulled away. Radiant to second with that inside line. Now battling for the lead. Side by side. Oh, boy, that would be close if that was the finish. I don't even know who would have gotten it. Not CHN, I'll say that.
Been about 40 laps since most of the field pit. Ginty and Avento, of course, came in at the most recent caution.
Well, I mean,
so that'll be an interesting thing to see him play out. I don't know what the fuel window even looks like.
Last time I was told a hint was about 100, but that seems like a lot. But I don't know. Fuel windows have been out all over the place this season. 3 wide now for the lead. Avento, the run on that inside. Radiant dropping back on the outside. CHFan got a big push from Nanners there. Nanners all the way to the inside. Might go 3 wide again. They will. CHFan backing out this time. Nanners with the advantage. Nanners able to get in front of Avento here. 3 wide for third just for a moment. Ooh, that could have been bad. Radiant keeps it together. Ooh, Genty. I don't know what happened to him. Just lost a bunch of time. Looks like he just kept holding left. Back to single file. Edge losing time, more time every lap. Now over 3.5 seconds back. Not the night he's wanting to look for. Just couldn't keep it together with the main pack. Ooh, Radiant tried to put his nose in. He will. That gets Nanner's way out of the way. Avento to second. CHFan kind of trying to get to his inside. Doesn't work. Oh, CHFan into the wall. He lagged there. That could have been bad. Whew. He did that any earlier. If that happened any earlier, Avento would be spinning around. 3 wide. Nanner just got to run, and now in the middle. Backs out. That one, yeah. Oh, and everyone gets slowed up there. What? Radiant holds on to the lead. Oh, hi. Thank you, Windows. Radiant now in front of everybody. CHFan trying to take second away. Radiant going up the racetrack, leaving the door open for CHFan. Tried to come back down. Wasn't in time. CHFan looking for a 4th win and a chance in the championship. Right now sitting 5th in points. 2 points behind Alpha, I believe. Radiant getting stuck on that outside lane. He's going to probably drop back to 4th. Ooh, Avento tried snapping a little early there. Radiant pushing Avento down. That brings them both up. Yeah, that backfired a little bit there. I'm surprised Genty didn't, I'm surprised Avento didn't lose 3rd. Avento making his way to the Nanners, gets them out of the way, takes the inside. CHFan with a bump to Nanners. They're going to be side by side down the front straightaway. Genty making a run through the middle. Nanners gonna drop all the way back. Keep clear of everybody. Oh. There we go. Vento holding it out. CH-Fan trying to move Evento out of the way. Can't do it. Radiant gonna slide into third. Ooh, CH-Fan got stuck there on the outside. Radiant's gonna take second away. And they're back to single file. You know, it might. Oh, CH-Fan pushing Nanners down. CH-Fan might take second here. Ooh, Evento leaving that bottom open. CH-Fan puts his nose in. Evento tried to snap early enough. Didn't work.
Let's not use the wall.
Side by side, Vento trying to get every bit of that outside lane that he can to work. CH-Fan's gonna start pulling away though. You know, all this fighting up front's actually helping Hedge now 2.5 seconds back. He's gained a whole second since the last time we checked in on him. So if they keep fighting like this, I have a 6-car battle. And it's to the inside. Genty sending it through. Gets caught up on a Vento.
Genty, let's use our brakes.
CH-Fan got a little bit of a run there on the outside. Genty giving a bump to the 8. CH-Fan's gonna be stuck now on the outside. Oh, Genty is gonna be stuck there too. Oh, kind of just goes wide. I'll drop back. CH-Fan with the run. Be side by side again through the front straightaway.
50 laps left.
Yep.
2/3 the way through.
Vento gonna push to Nanners on the inside. CH-Fan's gonna drop behind. Nope, gonna stay to the outside of Vento. Might drop behind him on the exit of 4, and he will. Now Vento to the outside of Nanners. CH-Fan maybe the fill in the spot. And he will. Nanners down the block, CH-Fan. CH-Fan kind of... Oh, they keep him there. Oh my goodness, I thought CH-Fan was going to move him out of the way. They just kept it together. Ooh, Radiant big bump. Went through CH-Fan to Nanners. Nanners leaving three lanes open, and a Vento and Radiant going on the inside. Nanners trying to make the third lane work. But the 2 other lanes are just faster. He drops back. Vento and Radiant side by side across the line. Oh, Vento now stuck all the way up on the wall. He drops back to 5th, gives Nanners a big push. Nanners trying to give as much of that push to the Radiant as he could. Radiant staying all the way on the bottom lane on the entry. Oh, Nanners and Vento kind of got together there. And, ooh, Nanners getting together with Genty now. Man, it just takes these cars such a long time to correct themselves. It took nearly the entire straightaway for Nanners and Genty to correct themselves from their little thing. CH-Fan all over the back of that 38 car. Kind of backfires. Now Genty the second. .45 laps to go here at the Monster Mile. Genty, big run on that outside. He's got CH-Fan to help him. Yeah, ooh. Vento closing the door on Nanners. Radiant gonna hold that inside lane. Nanners with a big bump to a Vento. Pushes him to the outside lane. Nanners now trying to help Radiant to get the second. Nanner's looking low, not able to make anything work there. Just gives Radiant a nice big bump. And Nanners leaves the door open 3 wide. CHFan drops back. Oh, Jinty getting between CHFan and Evento. They all drop back. A devastating loss for those 3. Now, if you're Radiant and Nanners, do you try to pull away now? Up until the last lap where you want, or do you battle? Try to take the lead.
Not a good pinch.
No, it was not. Ooh. Nanners to the quarter panel of Radiant. That slowed him down. CHFan now definitely within draft range. Looks like everyone's going to get caught back up together here. Vento to the back of Jinty, just getting him out of the way. Ooh, CHFan looking low. Nanners to the outside of Radiant. CHFan gives Nanners a little bit of a bump. Now, if you're CHFan, do you try to win or do you help your teammate to the championship?
I don't know.
I mean, he's right in that spot. I mean, 4 wins for, right now. 3 points paying wins. Why not get 5? Oh! To the inside he goes. I mean, you also got to think Nanners right now, 4 points behind. A win puts him to the lead. CHFan on the outside. Radiant on that inside.
Yeah, but
Right.
the big thing with CHFan is he needs wins, but he also needs the others to do poorly.
Right.
And I don't see that happening at the moment.
The only other drivers that would interrupt
Yeah.
anything is Jinty, Barry, and
40 to
Hedge.
go.
Barry, Jinty, Hedge, and Junior, but Barry and Junior lapped down, and Hedge is staying about a 1.5 seconds back. Everyone's still battling up front. What if Hedge maybe makes a comeback and gets to the front with all this battling that they're going? Oh my goodness. All this battling. Ooh. Vento trying to hold that inside lane. CHFan couldn't quite get it. Vento holds on to the lead. Jinty getting stuck on that outside lane. He drops back to 5th. Nanners looking, trying to take 3rd away. Radiant comes down on him. That's gonna backfire. They both lose time. Jinty giving Radiant a big bump. Very aggressive moves here towards the end of this race. Less than 40 to go. Vento and CHFan, we've seen these two before.
Reminiscence of Darlington. Not too long ago. Jinty,
Oh, man.
use your brakes. Next time I see you doing something stupid, it's a penalty.
Now you wonder if Jude car tandem's gonna start going on, or if they're gonna try to fight for the win. Tanner's trying to catch back up.
35 laps to go.
Yep. Trying to use CHFan's draft. CHFan just giving a couple big bumps to Evento here. Kind of gets him out of line. CHFan trying to put his nose in. Doesn't quite work that time. Edge starting to lose time once again. Now 2 seconds back. So everyone got strung out. He never got that draft range. let's see. When was the last caution? Was
Lap
on-
57. So we'll see if fuel comes into play.
Oh my goodness. Had 3 people join the server. $57. You know, fuel strategy. That might come up here in the, in the last,
The
like,
race might end on fuel mileage.
yeah. I mean,
It's right on the border of what the estimated fuel pit window is going to be.
and these guys, I don't think they've been conserving. Vince's starting to fall back, starting to lose pace with these front 4. Still got draft, but he's gonna be right on the edge of that draft. Nanner's sticking his nose in, couldn't quite make it work. Stays in second. CH fan up the racetrack. Radiant to his inside. $30 to go. 20 until fuel window starts getting a little bit concerning. Maybe even 15. Depends how good these drivers feel conserved. Nanner's pushing
Depends on how
down
much they were
Radiant.
thinking about it.
Maybe they were thinking we're gonna get another caution. I don't blame them with all that. All
I mean,
that.
Dover's not really known for its wrecks. We only saw 2 cautions last season as well.
Bento holding it out. And just kind of leaving the bottom open. And there's Radiant. Oh, Radiant couldn't make it work out of the corner, though. It's mistakes like that you don't want to make this late into the race, and just like Avento just did. Nanner's to the lead. Radiant in the middle,
Not
3
quite.
wide. Ooh, kind of tapped Anders there. Nothing comes of it. Still side by side. Avento with a little bit of a run. Ooh.
He's keeping it up there.
I mean, with how long Avento's been on the outside. And there he goes. Now he starts dropping back. Gets a run there in the middle of the corner. Never mind. He's still got it. Still side by side. Anders has got to worry about Radiant. Oh, there he goes. Just stop that momentum right in the corner. Now Nanners is cleared Avento. Just had to go up and make sure Avento couldn't use that run. He starts to get one here. Now Genty back into the mix. Ooh. And kind of get CHFan out of his line. CHFan to 5th. Genty moving Radiant out of the raid. Radiant comes back down on Genty. Genty gets into Avento. Now they 3 drop back again. They just recovered. Radiant moving Nanners out of line. Nanners tried to shove him down. Nanners, oh, gets off the gas and goes back to 5th. Genty giving CHFan some pushes here, as we talked about earlier. Genty will be CHFan's teammate next season. And there's an Avento trying to get caught back up. Radiant leads, and we've seen how defensive Radiant's been tonight.
Yeah. Action on track has kind of quieted down, but I feel like the pressure is just continuing to rise as we're within 25 laps to go.
When will they start pitting is my question. If they pit. I'm sure these guys are starting to get at least into the red. CHFan up near the wall, doesn't quite get to it. He drops back to 5th. Oh,
Starting to see.
Vento to the inside, takes the lead away. Radiant drops to second, able to get to the inside. Nanners to third. It's these front three again. Nanners moving Radiant out of the way. Not quite getting to him. Actually gave Radiant a nice exit out of two. Nanners diving to the inside. This time, Radiant's not going to get such a good corner. CHFan pushing Nanners to the inside of Evento. They're going to be side by side on the front straightaway. Oh, CHFan now on the inside. They almost go 4 wide. Radiant there in the middle. Nanners just got stuck there on the outside. He drops behind Radiant. CHFan getting pushed out of the way by Evento now. Evento to the lead. Starting to notice some impatience. People are getting impatient. 20 to go. They want to be in the front, and they want to be in the front now. Jinty giving Nanners a little bit of a bump here. Vento able to come down and block. Now blocking CHFan. A little bit of contact there between CHFan and Nanners. Oh, they all drop back. Oh, they're gonna get collected. Nanners and Niji still getting collected, and they're gonna drop back a big time. Now about a second back. Vento's got the lead. Radiant staying in second. Now the top 5 spread out between by a whole second.
That was a series of unfortunate events.
Oh my goodness.
There wasn't really one cause to that.
No. Here it is.
CHFan caught up on Nanners. Then Nanners got a bump from Radiant, sent him up the track, and then Jinty and Nanners pinched CHFan, which brought Nanners and Jinty up into the wall.
That is just not what you want to see. CHFan slowly catching up to Radiant.
Everybody got a bit too impatient.
Yep.
Radiant is trying not to use the wall. You there?
Oh, my mic was muted. Oops.
Nice job.
I was wondering. Radiant getting pushed by CHFan. CHFan not able to hold the inside. Oof. That's starting to pull away here. Junior might become lap traffic again. Still waiting on those pit stops. Getting close to 10 to go now. CHFan moving Radiant out of the way.
If we even see him.
I don't know. I have a feeling. My source hasn't been wrong yet. This is the first time my source is wrong. I wouldn't be too surprised, but Vento able to just keep it out front. CHFan and Radiant and Nanner's not working together very well. And you can see there, Junior, just a couple laps from getting left. Again.
11 to go.
Until able to hold it out. Oh, dang it. Whatever. CH fan moving Radiant out of the way again. Radiant giving him a tap. Another tap here. I don't think he's liking what he's doing now. Nanner's to the inside. CH fan pushing him down.
There's the second.
Oh, he's the second. Radiant going through.
Goes wide.
Kind of goes wide there in the middle of the corner. Keep it together, though. Now he's looking
9 to
low. Oh, my goodness. I mean, he was getting mad at CH fan for kind of diving low. Now he's just doing the same thing.
Drivers will do what works. Vento, stop using the wall.
Now a pretty big gap between the front four. Didn't you stand there about a second
Just out of
behind?
reach.
And Hedge, oh my goodness, I haven't looked up on Hedge in a while. He is 8 seconds back. Ooh, CH fan slow. He's coming into the pits.
First pitter.
And he is slow into the pits. That's our first car down pit lane.
Is it a sign of things to come? Or just an unfortunate miscalculation?
You will see. Nanner's getting caught up on Avento. They passed by CH fan. He now goes a lap down, just now leaving pits. Looks like he's going to be
Vento
kind of
now
near
has
Barry.
draft off of Junior.
Yep. But Nanner's is slowly catching. Five to go. Nanners needs to. Oh, Junior slow gets into a Vento. Oh. Now he pulls
Not
off.
good for leaders.
Oh.
I don't think he was expecting them to come up so soon.
No,
To
he
be
was
honest.
not. That is not what
Unfortunate
Junior.
for Vento.
That's unfortunate for Avento, and I feel bad for Junior. I don't think that was what he wanted to do at all. I think he wanted to do the opposite. 4 to go. It's the front three.
And he's looking to the inside.
Kind of trying to get his nose in there. Vento snaps early enough. Vento gets the better corner. Nanner's starting to drop back a little bit. 3 laps to go.
Champion, top 3 in the championship. Currently 1, 2, and 3.
In the same order as well. Oh my goodness. All about not making a mistake here. A single one. You're done. 2 to go. Now all within about a 1/10 of each other. Or so. I don't know how long a 1/10 is. Nanner's to the inside. Try to get help for Radiant. Not quite able to make it work. Vento looking low. Nanner's looking even lower. Vento going wide. Here comes Nanner's through the inside. Nanner's Vento pushing him down. Nanner's to the lead. White flag. 1 to go.
This race is finalized.
Nanner's going up the block. Radiant Evento trying to put his nose then there on the bottom. Gets a run. All the way down onto the apron. Evento pushes Nanners out of the way. Nanners comes down on Evento. He keeps him down. Out of 4 into the wall. Nanners slow. He runs out of gas. Evento steals. He runs out of gas right on the front straightaway. Evento steals the win. Can you believe it?
I can't. Oh my god.
Stop on the back straightaway. What a finish. That is not what I was expecting. I don't think anyone was expecting that.
I'll be damned.
Oh man.
Stop
That
on the
is.
back.
Oh. Fight to the very end, and it came down to field strategy.
That is devastating.
Oh man.
Oh.
Right on the last straightaway. And Evento is going to increase his
Coming
lead.
right out of board.
And he sweeps the weekend too. I mean, let's take a look. Yeah. Fastest time. Well, was it that
Take a look at
last?
the results.
Was it the last lap though? No, it wasn't.
Yeah, but Vento first, Radiant second, and Nanners third. Oh, that was... Oh, wow.
I mean, here in 3 and 4, Nanners had it in the bag, but just ran out right before this checkered flag and almost got an Evento nearly getting caught up on him. Steals it.
That is wild.
I can't believe that.
Could have gone worse, but could have gone a lot better. Alright, Evento, come along the front stretch. You can do your burnouts.
Let's see how messed up this is. Oh, not messed up. Oh, messed up. Oh, shoot. Where's my mouse?
This makes for Evento's 4th win of the season.
That is... That's a lot of wins. This will definitely mix up the point standings, or
This is the
it won't,
only-
actually.
3rd time somebody has achieved 4 wins in one season.
Well, we surely do have a little bit to talk about in the post-race.
Oh yeah. Evento sweeps the weekend. Alright, Evento, come over to victory lane.
I gotta run over there.
And it's not over for Radiant Nanners, so they minimize the damage, but... Ooh.
Evento just gotta get through a gap. Evento, you gotta come.
You might need to respawn your card.
No, you gotta go through the pit wall. Oh. No, there's not an opening over here. No. Oh, yep, there you go.
That is just devastating, though, for Nanners.
Oh
I
man.
thought my prediction was gonna come true.
I thought it was too. these drivers must have been close on fuel.
Oh yeah, there's been some screenshots that they were all on the bare minimum.
Oh, Avento, it kind of hides you. There you go.
Vento was pretty low too.
Man. Okay, who's in a car? I can hear it idling. Well, it's obvious who we got to interview. Avento, where are you? There you are. Get up here.
Oh, man.
Avento, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling amazing. And when Nanners blocked me in the middle of turn 4, I was like, okay, Pizza, not bad. But then he slowed down in front of me. I was like, holy damn. I nearly lost my win from Radiant, but luckily for me, I got ahead in the end and win the race.
Yeah, I mean, and now sweeping the weekend, you're gonna have at least a little bit of a buffer in front of Nanners and Radiant.
Yep. For sure.
You think you're gonna go 2 in a row with the championship?
I need to be. I want to be 2 in a row for the championship, but I need to also be realistic. Despite me sweeping the entire weekend, so I still need to be very careful about mistakes and errors.
Mm-hmm. I mean, did you think? Were you scared about fuel yourself?
When they hit it 10 to go, I was like, okay, I'm gonna make it. So I like just pushed everything.
Mm-hmm. Yummy, you got any questions here?
Not really.
Alrighty, Avento. I mean, big win, 4th of the season. Uh-oh. Someone's dead. And, yeah. I mean, I got nothing else. Back to hell, I guess.
Okay.
I want to hear from somebody, because I think they're a little mad. Where are they? We'll get them up here. Nanners.
Oh, Nanners.
What happened?
Guess I just didn't have enough.
I mean, were you expecting this? I mean, I'm sure you weren't expecting it, but how much of a concern was the fuel?
From like, I realized we weren't getting a caution, so I tried saving, and I thought I saved enough because I took the lead into turn 4.
And it's really unfortunate.
History.
Just a bit longer and you would have made it, but
Literally, like 500 more feet, and it would have been yours. How do you
Yeah,
think
well,
this is
I'm-
gonna affect the points in terms of you and Radiant?
Fuck my P2. I'm P3. I'm Dale Jr. Okay. A lot of these. I don't. This one.
Oh,
hurts.
what the?
This one was fucking rough. I was right there, dude. Like, I can understand just, like, just fucking up and not winning, but at this point, what am I supposed to do? Maybe fuel save a little more? But
just gotta keep pushing, keep trying.
I mean, you're not going to be out of the championship contention, or Radiant won't
Yeah.
be. It's just that you're going to
It'll
need to
hurt,
be.
but it ain't over.
You just need to be on your game. I mean, coming in the next week and so, what do you have a plan? Do you have a roadmap?
not, I guess fucking win. I don't know what else I'm gonna do.
All right. Yummy, anything to add?
I guess my name rings true, huh?
The fuel guzzler returns.
Yep.
Unfortunate, but yeah, I don't have anything else to add here.
All right, Nanners, anything else you want to say?
You people might not hear from me for a little bit.
Oh. All right. Well, Nanners, back to the audience. Yummy, who should the third person we interview be?
Radiant. Let's get Radiant up here.
Oh yeah, Radiant. Oh, right there. Super free cam.
Hello.
All right, hello, Radiant. I
Whoa.
mean, solid performance tonight, right?
Yeah, I mean, I nearly took the win in the last corner there. And if you look in communications, I put an image there. Basically, by a fender is what Avento won.
Yeah, it was.
Mm.
It was close to the end.
Yeah.
We're. I
Just
mean,
a little bit
sorry.
better of a
Yep.
corner, I probably would have gotten it. But you know, it's all right. I'm fine with second.
Yeah, everyone got collected up there in
Mhm.
second. How much of a concern was fuel for you tonight? I mean, I can't imagine you had a lot of fuel in your car.
Well, Team Man, I did happen to have a lot of fuel in my car. I probably would have had enough for another overtime attempt if the need arose.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
But
were you fuel conserving? Is that?
I was pretty heavily fuel conserving. You can ask Coma. I was letting off on the straights like constantly.
So Jinty's strategy might have some basis to it. I mean,
Yeah, I mean that's what I was using, and it was working.
for how much shit we give him for it, I guess we gotta
Yeah.
use it ourselves and see how well it
Yeah.
works.
If you press it and let go of it fast enough to keep speed, you can definitely save a lot of fuel with it.
Yeah, see, second place, you're gonna be still pretty much right behind Avento. I mean, looking for the
Yeah.
future, what is there to the future in terms of strategy for you?
Well, hopefully, for whatever road course ends up replacing Lime Rock, I can perform that really good there, and hopefully I can just carry that momentum. Especially for this momentum from that surprise P2. I get that it might not be that good for Nanners. I'm sorry about the whole situation, but, you know, nothing I could really do other than celebrate.
I mean, if everyone had a better last couple corners there, I think the ending result would have been completely different.
Yeah. We might have had the first tie in MRL history.
Maybe.
Mm.
Let's see. Ooh, some drama going on.
Not really.
Just some minor scuffles in the back of the field.
I'm not too surprised.
They were just talking about some things that happened in the race that didn't really affect the, at least in race drama. I don't know about general.
I'm looking in race drama. I mean, it's between Casual and Jinty, future teammates, so we'll have to look into that one a little bit later. Yummy, any questions to add here?
No, nothing to add here.
All right. Radiant, anything else?
Not really. Just good luck to everyone for whatever mystery track we end up going to next week.
It'll be Indy road course.
Base.
Ooh. All right. Back to hell. Yum, if you want to round us off, get us ready for the post-race show. Right ahead.
Yeah. Thank you all for who came out to the race. Of course. Good show. 2 cautions. Didn't have any more than we had last season. So it's great to see these more competitive races, of course. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, throw a comment down below. Helps us push us out through the algorithm, of course. Stay tuned. We will be here for the post race show here in about 5-10 minutes, of course. Um, but as always, we'll be here next weekend, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday for D3, D2, and D1 respectively. And hopefully next week puts on good as shows as this week. Till then, goodbye.
All right, we're back here at Dover post race. What did you guys think of the race tonight?
Fantastic.
What a finish.
I mean, we knew it put on a good show last season. Of course, we didn't see it on the MRL channel. Some mishaps with timing, unfortunately, for the media part. But I mean, I feel like it's more than made up for it tonight. Good long green flag runs, couple cautions, not too many, just enough to change things up just a little bit.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
what
if you
led to
ask,
the finish, right?
If you ask some of the drivers, they might have wanted it a couple more, including probably CH Fan, Nanners, Barry. Barry, unfortunately, just he looked so good in the beginning of the race, and I'm so proud of him. But for some reason, his internet just was not cooperating today, and he just lagged perfectly. I think he got a
Mhm.
little bit of contact with Junior, and perfectly lagged into the pit road and caused him to go a lap down. And then from there on, we had no more cautions.
At least it wasn't a
Yeah.
drive-through, right?
Yeah,
Well, technically, it was.
a lot worse.
Well, yeah. I'm, I was surprised with Barry's performance. I mean, he was up front for the times that he was actually able to race, up in third, second,
Fighting.
making moves. He was
Fighting with Radiant and Nanners. I mean,
he was a contender.
yeah. Well done.
No, I'll
Barry.
be honest. I'm not too sure I'd go far as saying he was a race-winning contender, but he definitely could have been in a shot for a podium today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, considering how his midseason went, I don't think he's got any problem with that.
I mean, yeah. I mean, he's seen a big surge in performance lately. I mean, I was talking about it earlier this season. He's just got to put those hours in. He's got to put
Oh.
practice in, and we can see him back up front. Saw it in season 2. Saw it a bit early on in season 3. Now we're finally seeing it again. We're finally seeing the Barry that we know and love, racing up there for podiums day in, day out. And
Yeah.
just, unfortunately, things out of his control just keep getting in the way.
Yeah.
So Nanners, I was surprised. Fuel strategy turned out to be not a factor, but a major factor in the end of the race.
I was wondering, I was sitting there and I'm seeing how I was watching them all fuel conserve quite a bit towards that last 30, 40 laps.
Mhm.
Everybody's backing out. Nobody seemed to want to be up front, and then it's like a switch flipped. Everybody switched it on, and I think Vento said it best during his interview. He realized he had enough, and he just went for it. And I mean, it paid off for him. I think that pushed the other drivers around him for the same moves. I think that's why CH Fan had to pull in so early. Just a kind of a rookie mistake on his end. He, out of all of them, put it really early. I think that there could have been some room for him, especially to maybe pull it a bit longer, but I don't know how good he is with fuel saving. We're still getting used to seeing CH Fan out on the track. And tonight was, I do believe, his 12th or 13th career start.
Mm-hmm.
So, still getting used to his driving style and what he's really known for. But, I mean, speaking of what they're known for, Nanners. Unfortunately,
The fuel
just
guzzler
about
himself.
the fuel guzzler strikes again. Just maybe 100 or 200 feet away from the line. Just comes short, just barely. I mean, what a heartbreak for Nanners.
Yeah, being a crew chief, for ASR at the moment, it is my job to look at my own drivers, but I also take the liberty of seeing what others are doing. And with CH, so I started with Avento and then ended with CH Fan. I listened to their engine to see what they're doing. Mainly Jinty, because Jinty is definitely the one to watch when it comes to fuel strategy. He does a little bit more than everyone else normally. But he was actually doing about the same as everyone else. And then I go to CH Fan. He brakes for the corner like everyone else, and as soon as he's done braking, brother got right back on the gas, and I was like, all right, well, CH is not making it, and that's exactly what we saw. And then Nanners, he might have been able to make it, but I think after with Junior and Evento, that little spat where Evento ran in the back of Junior, I think something in Nanner's head just said like, "Oh my God, there's an actual chance to go for this. Screw fuel, screw saving. Let's just go for it." And he got the job done in 3 and 4. He got Evento out of the way, and Evento's pushing him down, and Nanner's just
I think
went
it's
for it.
just a slight miscalculation, but yeah, with CH fan, I feel like this is the first real fuel mileage race we've had this season that I can recall. I mean, we've had low caution races in the past, but they've typically had either cautions perfectly timed or towards the later half of the race where everybody kind of just gets a fresh reset. So I feel like while yeah, he's experienced, he's got quite a bit of performance and starts here just rookie error. Still, I don't think he's quite really experienced something like that quite yet, and just couldn't calculate for it.
Right, exactly.
But good performance from him. I mean, LSR looked like they were the team to beat today, and almost were. But I mean, Evento once again coming home with a win. I mean, he's really kicking off this second half of the season. Started
Yeah.
off with a win at Darlington, and now we're winning at Dover. Just a week between them, or like one race between them. Now 4 wins in a season. It's only been done twice before.
Yep.
Once by Team and the other time by Flat last season, but that is something to look out for.
Yeah, I am very surprised on Avento's performance this season. I didn't think he'd be up at this position at this point, and I'm starting to think he might go 2 in a row for championships.
It's looking likely. He also swept tonight. He got pole, fastest lap, and the race win. So that's definitely going to help him in the points. He does get the max points in that you can get in a D1 race with that. So not too good for the rest of his competitors, but it's going to put a massive smile on his face.
Yeah, and it's the Winston
yeah,
Cup
for sure.
format, so every point matters.
And I mean, he seems to have a knack for these kind of things. Late season performances, late race performances. He's up there. He puts it in when it matters. And I mean, it is really showing this season. I mean, yeah, we talk about first half of the season. He was doing abysmally, right? Had a horrible race this season at Daytona. And it took a minute for him to get back up there, Took him till about race 6, 7 before he really started putting his name up there. And then he's just kept it up there. He's held it ever since. And I mean, that prediction almost came true.
Almost.
Almost.
Yeah, none of us were right about it.
Nope.
Which I'm very surprised that none of us went for Evento, seeing how dominant he has been in this late season surge. I mean, my pick was Alpha because I'm just a little biased considering he was the first person that I crew chief for. Unfortunate with Alpha's stand-in casual just having too much lag issue to the point where he was becoming a genuine hazard to the field. Had to pull off. Super unfortunate with him. Alpha having to leave in the first place because of his home situation. Just some bad luck for the 10 team, seriously. But hopefully we can regain for next season.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it might as well count the 10 and the 90 out for this season. They had a good run, late season drive, but coming up just short when it really matters. But of course, there isn't just the top 3 in the race. We had, I think 9 total drivers start. Fortunately, one of them DNF'd.
Mm-hmm.
9 drivers start, 8 finishing. And let's talk about Barry and Junior. Junior looked like after that caution, he was in a good spot. He stayed out. He obviously came in early, right before the caution came out due to the incident that him and I think Ginty got into. So got into the pit there and used it to his advantage. Stayed out during the pit cycle. And then I thought he was going to stay up there and fight with him, and then he just got caught up in that back mix of drivers and just couldn't make his way back, and then that horrible lag spike just sent him straight down in the pits, ruined his day.
Yeah. Unfortunate for both Barry and Junior, because I think at that point Barry had already done his self drive
Yeah.
through. And if Junior crashed with a row car on track, that would have been a caution, which would have saved both Junior and Barry. But what are the chances that Junior ends up crashing and perfectly going into the pits? So there's, I mean, no car on track, so there's no need to call a caution.
Yeah, it was definitely. I was real close. I mean, the rest of the field got real lucky with that. Maybe not so much for Junior and Barry, and then we have Ginty and Casual, our two substitutes today. Casual subbing in for the 10. Unfortunately, had to DNF. He was just lagging too much, and we've talked about it in the past. Sometimes it's better to just park it than get yourself disqualified because you wrecked the field because you can't see where you're going. And he made that decision. It's always a tough decision to make, but it takes courage, and I'm glad that he went with the one that he went with because hearing about what was going on with him after the fact, it would have caused an incident. And it almost did. And then Ginty had a great performance today. Put it, I do believe, fourth in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely had Evento help push him up there. Evento and Ginty were working together, towing each other back up to the front after that caution brought everybody else back besides Radiant, Nanners, and CH-Fan. Ginty and Evento worked together, got back up there, and Ginty was able to stay up there for quite a while, but unfortunately he just doesn't have the same raw pace that the others do. Kind of fell back towards the end, but still stayed within reach of them, which is very impressive from him.
Well, for me, with Ginty, from what I saw, quite a few of my drivers were talking about him today. I agree with Yummy. He doesn't quite have the same raw pace, but I honestly think with Dover, the draft is very forgiving here. And from what I saw, Ginty was using a lot of the back bumpers to turn his car, including his own future teammate Casual. So he might have been up there, but I'm not entirely sure it was for the right reasons, as some of the drivers could possibly attest to.
Yeah. Well, we've talked about everyone else on the field. Hedge. I mean, he was
What's that
there.
about? He fell out of the draft again.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's really starting to struggle. He almost caught up to them. I mean, with everybody in the top 5 battling, he was starting to gain on them bit by bit. Just in the end, wasn't able to get there, and then just really fell back.
Yeah, there was a moment there that I thought he was gonna catch up. I mean, we were talking like, yeah, he's about 3-4 seconds off pace, and then you look down again, he's right near a second. I'm like, oh, is he gonna catch? And then they kind of filtered it out. They figured out what they were doing up front, and they started pulling away again. Unfortunately, I mean, Hedge won here last season. And,
Yeah.
there was some expectation that he was going to do well again tonight. Unfortunately, just like the rest of the season, he's just not putting it together. I really think it's just a lack of motivation. There's no real pressure point for him anymore to really push for it. I mean, he made a splash when he entered the sport, but hasn't really made much progress since then.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
What? Let's see, what else is there about tonight?
Ugh, sorry, I had some heartburn.
Not entirely sure. I do believe with Barry's finish, I think he finished 6th. So is he still in contention?
Oh, I don't know. I think he's getting past.
Might be over.
Mm.
I mean, him and Q are right on that border, so
Yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, Barry going in was 122 points back in 8th. So with Avento sweeping, I think it's over for him.
Yeah, I mean, definitely the whole standings are it's gonna be really difficult from Nanners and Radiant to just prevent Evento from just using that buffer to run away with it. Of course, it'll be 4 races left. We'll have the Indy Road Course next weekend, and after that, we are back to Las Vegas. It's a good track to produce some good racing here. It'll be great to see that make a return. And then Cup Series debut for their track, Myrtle Beach. Penultimate race of the season. The week after Las Vegas. Yeah, that'll be an interesting race. It's a very short track. And then, of course, where else to end out the season but at Miami.
Right.
So we're getting near the end of it. There's not much room left, unfortunately. A few mistakes done tonight. It's going to come back to haunt people, I'm sure, but maybe this is the motivation that somebody needs for the rest of the season, of course. But I think that is it for tonight.
We do have one more thing, I think. And it was the truck race next Wednesday.
Ah, yes, the truck race. Season testing, preseason testing. We are continuing to test out the vehicles that we're going to be using for next season, for the trucks. We'll be doing another test race, hopefully on Wednesday night next week. It'll be at Bristol. We'll be finally testing out the short track packages. There's a lot of uncertainty at the moment with the short track package for next season. We'll see. There's a lot of work to be done, so hopefully those tests will help point out what needs working.
I'm just imagining these trucks going drifting through the corners.
I can't wait for it.
You might want to have the low tire, like you might want to have tire wear, so you could drift to the corners and be faster.
I don't know. We're figuring out, but of course we'll see. But is that it?
I think that's it.
All right, that's it. Thank you all for watching. Of course, great race tonight. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe. Throw a comment down below if you're watching this after the fact. Helps us push us out through the algorithm, of course. We'll be here every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights for D3, D2, and D1 respectively. And until then, goodbye.